Hello students, welcome to Quest Academy. In today's session, we are going to discuss about the second chapter in your English Moments book, The Adventures of Toto, written by Ruskin Bond. This story is about a little monkey who is brought to the author's house by his grandfather. We will see how a little monkey grew more and more mischievous and created trouble for the whole family. But before starting the story, let's talk about the author. Ruskin Bond is an Indian writer born in 1934 to British parents. He has been writing for over 60 years. He is considered to be an icon among the Indian writers for writing short stories, essays, autobiographies, and books for children. His major works include The Room on the Roof, The Blue Umbrella, Angry River, A Flight of Pigeons, and many more. Ruskin Bond has received the Padma Shri, the Padma Bhushan, and two Sahitya Academy Awards. In 2012, the Delhi government gave him its Lifetime Achievement Award. Ruskin Bond has spent most of his life in Jamnagar, Shimla, New Delhi, and Dehradun, and now he lives in Mussoorie with his adopted family. Now let's see the outline of the story. Adventures of Toto is an exciting story of a little monkey. Author's grandfather was very fond of animals. One day, he bought a baby monkey from a Tonga driver and named it Toto. As the days passed, the monkey grew up and so did his mischiefs. He became so naughty that he created a lot of trouble for the whole family. Finally, Author's grandfather was compelled to sell the monkey to the Tonga driver again. Author's grandfather was an interesting man. He had a hobby of collecting animals. He had a personal zoo at his house with animals like a tortoise, a squirrel, a pair of rabbits, and a goat. One day he met a Tonga driver who had a red little monkey tied to a feeding trough. Grandfather liked the little monkey and immediately decided to bring it home. He bought the little monkey from the Tonga driver for just 5 rupees. Toto was a little monkey with bright sparkling eyes and white teeth. He loved to frighten elderly Anglo-Indian ladies with his naughty behavior. He had a tail which he used to hang from branches and also used it as a third hand. Grandmother was completely against this. She had no interest in animals. So, it was decided that Toto's presence in the house would be kept a secret till the time grandmother was in really very good mood. For the time being, Toto was kept in a closet which opened in Author's bedroom wall, where he was tied to a peg fixed into the wall. After a few hours, when grandfather and the author returned to release Toto, they saw that the peg was removed from the wall. Not only Toto had removed the peg, the plaster of the wall was also removed. Author's blazer, which was kept hanging, was also torn. But grandfather did not seem to worry. In fact, he was pleased to see that Toto was a clever monkey. Toto was then transferred to a big cage in the servants' quarter where other animals were kept. Next day, grandfather had to leave for Dehradun to collect his pension, and he decided to take Toto along with him. He took a big black canvas bag, put some straws at the bottom, and kept Toto inside it. Toto could not get out of the bag as it was too strong for him to make a hole in it. So he stayed there till Saharanpur. At the station, when grandfather was showing his ticket to the ticket checker, Toto poked his head out of the bag and smiled at him. The ticket collector was shocked to see this. At last, grandfather was compelled to remove Toto from the bag. The ticket collector classified Toto as a dog and charged rupees 3 as his fare for the journey. Grandfather also had a pet tortoise in his pocket, but the ticket collector did not charge anything for the tortoise. As the days passed, Toto was accepted by grandmother and was given a comfortable home in the stable with a donkey named Nana. On the first night, when grandfather went to the stable to see if Toto was comfortable, he saw Toto biting Nana's long ear with his long sharp teeth. In this way, Toto and Nana never became friends. During cold winter evenings, Toto loved to take bath in the warm water. But every time he would first test the temperature of the water with his hand and then step in for a bath. Once comfortable, he would rub soap all over himself. But as the water became cold, he would come out quickly and sit near the kitchen fire to dry himself. One day, a large kettle was kept on the fire to make tea. Toto opened the lid and got into the kettle with his head out. After some time, the water started boiling. He wanted to come out, but found that it was cold outside. He sat in the kettle again. He kept hopping up and down when suddenly grandmother saw Toto sitting in the kettle. She quickly removed him before he was completely boiled. Day by day, Toto became more mischievous. He loved to break and tear things into pieces. Whenever Arthur's aunt came near Toto, he used to hold her dress and make a hole in it. One day, Toto took a large dish of pulao from the dining table and started eating. When grandmother came in and saw him, she started screaming. Toto threw a plate at her. He then took the plate of pulao and ran out of the window and sat on a branch of a jackfruit tree. When grandmother screamed at him, Toto threw the dish down from the tree and chattered with delight. Finally, grandfather realized that Toto was not the kind of animal that can be kept as a pet in the house. Also, Arthur's family was not so rich that they could afford the frequent loss of dishes, clothes, curtains, and wallpaper. At last, grandfather found the Tonga driver and sold Toto back to him just for rupees 3.